garbage. But regardless, here we go. Let's go ahead and get into some Lucha Underground. So, first thing we see is a match between Daga, King Daga, taking on PJ Black from the Worldwide Underground. And solid match overall. Daga wins with a crucifix Kimura lock. I guess that's what you call it. Not quite sure if that's the best description of the move, but it was pretty sick. Daga does this crucifix counter to one of PJ's moves, and then he turns it into a Kimura, and he wins the match. But afterwards, we see the Reptile Tribe assault PJ Black, leading the Worldwide Underground to come out and make the save, except for Jack Evans, because Jack Evans doesn't like snakes. We have a 4-on-4 match next week, and it's going to be the Reptile Tribe taking on the Worldwide Underground. We have a lot to talk about when we get to the ending, but essentially it goes like this. If the Worldwide Underground win, Johnny Mundo gets a wish, any wish he wants. But if Cobra Moon wins, she gets to make Johnny Mundo her slave, like she made Drago her slave. What's gonna happen? We'll have to see. Then we go into a backstage segment with the Mac taking on, well, not taking on, but talking to, taking on, Katrina. And she tells him that Mil Muertes is coming. He coming for some vengeance. Mac advises Mil to not mess with him. And Katrina tells Mac death surrounds him. She then opens the locker and reveals the dead skull of his former cousin, Big Rick, aka Ezekiel Jackson from WWE. And this scares Mac half to death. For those who don't know, in the first season, Big Rick was this mob boss, but he was also related to the Mac, and he died. And apparently, it is now being brought to light in season 4. What's going on?
Also, you know how Matanza sacrificed people to the gods. I hope he beats Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns gets sacrificed to the gods.
Wouldn't that be nice? We just sacrifice Roman Reigns to the gods. Y'all are crazy. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but anyways, just more hype for future matches. Apparently, we're going to get Mac and Mil Muertes, and that sounds like it would be a great match. So let's see where it goes. Alright, so following that, we have a promo with El Dragon Azteca Jr. He announces he plans on cashing in his belt at Ultima Lucha 4, and until then, he will defend it up against all challengers. And that's basically it. He says he will hold that thing until Ultima Lucha before he cashes it in. Do I think he'll do it? I have no idea, but you know what? Maybe they should let him do it. Because that's not something we see a lot nowadays. It's not often we see a guy tell the world, hey, I am a champion, or I have something that's going to give me a title shot at a big event, and I will hold off on it until then. I think they're trying to make El Dragon Azteca Jr. the White Knight of Lucha Underground. So if that's going to happen, if we're going to let that happen, then yes, I do believe we should go ahead. We should go ahead and let him hold that thing all the way to Ultima Lucha 4. Why not? Quite frankly, the season's short anyways. So he holds it for how many more weeks? It's episode 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so what? 12 more weeks? About 12 more weeks? I say he can do it. I would like to see him hold that belt for 12 weeks before cashing it in at Ultima Lucha 4. But that's that. Moving on to... See, I don't really have a lot to rant on when it comes to Lucha, but there is one thing that I'm very I won't say annoyed by, but I'm just kind of indifferent on. So we're doing this Trios Championship match. It is the Rabbit Tribe, the Dark Rabbit Tribe, taking on the Trios Champions, Killshot, the Mac, and Son of Havoc. Killshot, during the match, is acting very heelish. And he's been acting heelish for a while now. And, you know, when they first started doing it, I was like, okay, let's see where they go with it. Let's see how it turns out. Maybe it'll actually be something worthwhile. But now, after seeing it starting to come into, fruition, I'm not feeling it. I'm not on board with a Killshot heel turn, and I've been thinking about it for a while too. I'm like, why wouldn't I be on board with this? Like, the story they're telling isn't necessarily horrible. Killshot is basically jealous of Son of Havoc, but then when you start to pick it apart, why would Killshot be jealous of Son of Havoc? Oh, okay, so Mac chose him. He chose Son of Havoc over Killshot. Okay, like, I guess because he cost him or he screwed him out of the opportunity to become Gift of the Gods champion. I guess, in a sense, when you put it on paper like that, yeah, you would understand why he would be upset at Son of Havoc. But, I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready to see him as a heel. Because he's such a badass. He's not someone I want to hate or see get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Killshot went through so much, especially the stuff he did with his brother last season. That crazy match. That war, I don't want to say it's, what was it again? It wasn't 3 Stages of Hell. Although it was a 3 Stages of Hell match. They called it something else. Was it Hell of War or something like that? I forgot what it was called. That match he had with Dante Fox at the end of Season 3 is one of the most brutal, craziest matches I've ever seen. And it's hard to hate someone after he went through that craziness. So, this is just me kind of nitpicking what's going on. I don't think I'm ready to see him as a heel. But, hey, it's their show. Can't really do much about it. And it's already been taped, so not much can change at this point. But I also didn't like the result of this match. I kind of felt the Rabbit Tribe should have won. I mean, if we're going down this route, if we're going to go ahead and take Killshot, the Mac, and Son of Havoc down this dysfunctional relationship route, what better way to really set that into motion than to have them lose the titles to the Rabbit Tribe, of all things? Didn't we just turn the Rabbit Tribe well, I don't even know if they're heels, but they're part of this dark clan now. They're minions of darkness. There you go. And I would think if you're going to take them on this new direction, you want to establish it with a championship win, but I guess we're not doing that. No idea what we're doing with the Rabbit Tribe. But yeah, Killshot, Son of Havoc, and the Mac are still your champions. So, there you go. And then the main event was Cage and King Cuerno defeating Pentagon Dark in a handicap match. Because Pentagon Dark decided to take him on by himself because he's a fighting champion, but he ended up losing because it's 2-1. And after King Cuerno helps Cage beat him up, Cage decides to crush Pentagon's head with a concerto and celebrates. So this is clearly not the end of their feud. Yeah, that basically was the show in a nutshell until we get to the ending vignette. So after the show closes, we see Johnny Mundo and his girl, Taya, apparently going into the desert and infiltrating, I can say that word, the Serpent Temple, or Cobra Moon's temple, how about that, in hopes of maybe ambushing Cobra Moon and King Daga. Perhaps that's what they were going for. But unfortunately, when they entered the temple, they weren't there. And instead, we see Vibora, Luchasaurus, and he's standing next to a casket. Pause. What the hell is that casket? What's in that casket? They introduced that casket for a reason. Is someone in that casket? Is that the body of Phoenix, perhaps? Because remember, let's remind ourselves. Phoenix is dead. His life force has been absorbed by Katrina. So, anytime I think about someone in a casket, the only people that I know are in caskets right now are Phoenix and Jeremiah Crane. So, one of them is in that casket. What's going to happen with that? And if that is Phoenix, what are they going to do with Phoenix? Regardless, let's see here. I'm trying to remember what else happened. So, they see Vibora. They start to attack him. Vibora knocks down Taya. And we see him getting ready to choke out Johnny Mundo. Here comes Taya with a bat. Vera Loca. That's it. Vera Loca. Something like that. I can't even speak Spanish very well. But she starts beating up Vibora. And then, after she beats him down, she tells Johnny Mundo that she will die before she lets anything happen to him. Or before she lets Cobra Moon get her hands on him. And then proceeds to chop off the head of Vibora. Like, what? What? Ah! So Vibora's dead. You know, it's one of those things where I just went, really? Like, is he, now I have to question if he's actually dead.
Keep up the great reviews and videos, Alyxman.
Thanks, buddy. Anyways, but yeah, now I have to question if this guy is really dead. You know, I don't want, and hear me out when I say this. I don't want people to, we gotta be careful with the story here because enough people have died and came back to life in this show. So I would think once you kill them off, unless you're Mil Muertes or Katrina or Phoenix, once you're killed off, you're dead. But as we've known, as we've seen from people like Pentagon and of course Prince Puma last season, you being killed off doesn't mean you're gone. So yeah, Vibora got his head chopped off, but is he dead? Keep this in mind. We're still doing this whole 4-on-4 match next week. Is it going to be 4-on-3 now? Is it going to be 3-on-3? Because if it's 4-on-4, that means Vibora isn't dead, and somehow he's gonna be coming back to life. I don't know. That just really leaves a lot of questions open about next week. So is it going to be 4-on-3? Is he really dead? And if he is dead, why? Look, I was getting into the Luchasaurus. I didn't want to see him die. I didn't want to see this guy get killed off this soon. I liked his match with Johnny. I wanted to see what else they had for Vibora. But okay. They might replace him with someone new. I don't know. We'll have to continue to watch Lucha. But yeah, tonight's episode was decent. I mean, again, we haven't really seen them get into the nitty-gritty of their season yet. As we get further along, I guarantee you things will start popping off. I have faith that Lucha Underground will start to feel like Lucha Underground. Because we haven't even gotten, if you think about it, Marty hasn't been showing up all that much. We haven't gotten a lot of Vampiro. The Order, not a lot of that. That police force, we haven't seen a lot of them. What's going on with Melissa Santos and Phoenix? She hasn't been selling that at all. Because apparently she's aware that Phoenix is gone. Or, well, maybe not dead, but he hasn't been around. But she hasn't been selling it. You get what I'm saying?
What if Vibora becomes headless, carving his head?
You're talking about him wrestling I'm sorry. I just thought about that. We have this guy in a headless body carrying. Why is that funny? I'm sorry. I never thought about that. That'd be interesting.
Are you excited for the Houston Texans this season?
You bet your ass I'm excited about my Houston Texans. But okay, so that's Lucha for you. That's Lucha Underground season 8. Season 8. God, we're not that far along. It'd be nice if we went to 8 seasons. That's Lucha Underground season 4, episode 8. And next week we get episode 9, and hopefully we get some interesting things happening. But as you guys know, your boy the Alyx Man is very excited to discuss the best wrestling show going today. Before I get to NXT, we're going to do a roll call. So, who is here in the live chat? Who's here watching your boy the Alyx Man as I get things set up? Abracadabra. Boom, NXT. And let me get this up here so I can see what people are saying. Thank you all for joining me. Give me your thoughts about Lucha Underground down below if you're enjoying yourselves. So I hope you guys are having a good day. So let's see who here in the live chat. Who's here? We got the official AC. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. I'm your dad, kid 25. Ultra Shadow 97. Elias Ademi. Who wants to walk with Elias? Aaron Sherwood. McLean Roach. Is it Roche or Roach? I'm going to go with Roche. McLean Roche. It sounds awesome. Joseph Winters. Jacob Tyler. Bradley Xavier. Star Wars fan. The KD Show. Immortal God. Zion Smith. The Fox. Darius Gaston. J-Nox. J-Nox, thank you for the cover, buddy. It looks great. Let's see here. Raheem Isaac. Mad Money Mo. Isaiah Webb. Straight Fire. I see you, buddy. Mike Blue T. Let me go all the way back. I don't want to miss anybody. Let's see here. We got Hellraiser. What's up, Hellraiser? Okay, they're still coming in. Hold on for a minute. I think that's it. Because now it's just the same people kind of trying to get my attention. I already said your names once, people. I don't gotta say it again. Let someone else have the spotlight. Quit trying to be Roman Reigns. Quit trying to hog the spotlight. Quit trying to be Charlotte and Roman Reigns. There we go. Jake Salick. What's up, Jake? Nick King. What's up, King? And Undisputed Era. What's good, Undisputed? Swap Fan, who is watching on his lunch break. Glad you can join me. Big Mike's Wrestling Recap Show. What's up, Big Mike? And Big T. Alright, guys. You guys are awesome for joining me. So I hope you enjoy my NXT review. So, tonight's show was all about one man. And that is our new NXT champion. See what I did there? Tommaso Ciampa. That's what he should call himself from now on. This has been a great slew of episodes from NXT. I feel like they've been on fire as of lately. And tonight's episode is no different. I thought it was a really strong night for NXT all around. All divisions were flaming in terms of excitement, hype, and just getting me more and more excited for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4, which is shaping up to be one of the best we've seen in a long time. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We start things off with a video package of Tommaso Ciampa winning the NXT Championship, and it captures all the audience's faces. It's like a collection of looks of dismay, anger, shock, sadness, indifference, a slew, an array of emotions, if you will. It was done extremely well. Love that video package. And it was followed by a new intro, because we have a new champion, so NXT would have a new intro, which ended with Tommaso Ciampa holding the belt just a tad bit second longer than usual. So small things that make these shows great. And then we kick things off with a tag match. Heavy Machinery, that's Tucker Knight, and Otis Dozovich taking on The Mighty. And while I really enjoyed the match, I also enjoyed the reappearance of the Street Profits, who have been off of NXT for a while. When was the last time they were even on NXT? It's been a while. So it was good seeing them again. I was really happy to see the Street Profits. But remember, Donzel, Montez Ford, who was married to Bianca Belair, was on his honeymoon. So that's why he's been off for a while. But he's back. I was going to say Donzel Ford. Who the hell is Donzel Ford? It's Montez Ford. But regardless, Street Profits came at, distracted the Mighty, and helped Heavy Machinery get the victory. It's all coming back to bite the Mighty in the behinds for cheating to get the wins. So now they have to deal with both Heavy Machinery and Street Profits. And then it's crazy when you start to take into account all the tag teams we have right now. We got Heavy Machinery. We got The Mighty. We got Street Profits. We got Mustache Mountain. We got Undisputed Era. We got War Raiders, and I feel like I'm missing two more. There are two more tag teams that aren't coming to mind right now. But when you think about all these tag teams, you get excited. We have a legit tag team division on NXT, and it's cool. You're like, yeah, a slew, a plethora of tag teams. Don't know why I'm saying slew. I'm saying slew a lot in this video. Hashtag slew. But, really good tag match. But then we move into a Mustache Mountain promo. We see Tyler Bate and Trent Seven come out. And, well, actually, no. It was a tag match. It wasn't a promo. I'm skipping ahead myself. They had a match. A squash match that was very quick. I completely forgot about it. But they squashed two tag teams. They squashed two people in a tag team. Because I'm trying to get to the promo. I'm just skipping over stuff. But, after they beat the local tag team, they cut a promo demanding a rematch for the NXT Tag Team titles. We see Tyler Bate apologize to Trent Seven for throwing in the towel and says he did it for his well-being because he looks up to him. This is his brother, but also his mentor. He is very close to Trent Seven, so he means more to him than anything. But after that, both men cash in their rematch clause to fight NXT's resident tag team champions, Undisputed Era, at Brooklyn 4. or Brooklyn 4. We see them go backstage and get confronted by, of all people, War Raiders, who tell them whoever wins those titles, they coming after them. Because the War Raiders want a shot at them tag team titles. So, I thought it was going to be a triple threat tag match, but apparently we're not doing that. It's probably going to be a regular Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain match, which sounds awesome to me. I am not against that whatsoever. You know what I'm also not against? EC3 as a babyface. So, tonight, we saw EC3 officially turn babyface. He's no longer... Was he ever a heel? The question I was getting ready to ask, yes, he might have been fighting with heels, but was EC3 ever truly a heel in NXT? Because the more I'm thinking about it, I don't remember ever really... Well, okay, he was a heel against Johnny Gargano, I suppose. But was he ever? Really? Like... The more I think about it, like, I'm getting ready to say EC3 turned babyface. Was he ever a heel? Regardless, I'm not going to think too hard on it. EC3 became an official babyface tonight when he took on Kona Reeves, of all freaking people. Anybody would be a babyface. Hell, Roman Reigns versus Kona Reeves. Who would you choose? Live chat. I'm giving it to you. Live chat. If Kona Reeves versus Roman Reigns happened, who would you choose? I'm basically asking you to choose between piss and garbage. Or piss and crap. What would you go for? Would you go for piss or would you go for crap? But yeah. There you go. Kona Reeves! Woo! Taking on EC3. Honestly, the match itself wouldn't really matter because it doesn't really matter. we have Velveteen Dream come out during the match. And, you know, he did his thing. The music hits. He sets the scenery. Gets on the microphone. And basically tells EC3 that if he has a problem with him, step into his world. And then he snaps. And then we have the background go back to the regular NXT setting. That's when Kona Reeves attacks EC3 from behind and hits him with his finisher. And I thought Kona Reeves was going to beat EC3. I was going to be pissed off. Don't you dare have him. No. No. But luckily for me, EC3 ended up kicking out. And he ends up hitting him with that TKO and pinning him. We go backstage to find out that EC3 accepts Velveteen Dream's challenge, and William Regal makes it official that it will be EC3 versus Velveteen Dream at NXT TakeOver Quattro. Can I throw something your way? And I tweeted this recently, right after the show was done. I like the match. It needs something. I feel like a match like this can't just be a regular match. We need to add a stipulation to it. Let's sweeten it. So, here's what I think we should do. And maybe you guys will agree. We can do Velveteen Dream versus EC3, but with a twist. Instead of winning by regular pinfall or submission, you win, by having your opponent say a word or say a phrase. Now, some of you are going, I quit match, right? Not quite. Instead of saying I quit, same concept. No disqualification, no rules. You beat your opponent down so badly until you make them utter a certain phrase. But instead of saying I quit, you make the opponent say your name. So if EC3 wants to make Velveteen Dream, wants to beat Velveteen Dream, he has to make Velveteen Dream say his name, and vice versa. Dream has to make EC3 say his name, and it works because they're both about saying each other's name. So we basically do an I quit match, but it's involving the characters and making the other try to say each other's name. Call it Say My Name match. And we can we can have Velveteen Dream introduce it. Remember, this is Velveteen Dream's baby, right? Okay. I think we should make that Velveteen Dream's match. It's basically Velveteen Dream's version of the I Quit match. Say my name. Because when you say my name, you surrender to me. I think, for me, that would be such an awesome match to have. An I Quit / Say My Name match. Velveteen Dream versus EC3. Not saying it will happen, but that's what I would do. I put that in your hands. And maybe you guys will like it. Maybe you guys can add on to it, make it a little bit more sweeter. But that's what I would do. I see people in the live chat telling me it's a good idea, so we'll see. So, we go into what I feel was an excellent match between Shayna Baszler and Candice LeRae. These two went out there and I got a super chat.
Loser receives the ultimate punishment. Join in Raw.
Oh no! So if you lose the match, you go to Raw. Man, I would hate to lose that match. I really would. But give me your thoughts about that Say My Name match. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler. Excellent match. These two went out there and had a hell of a match. Might be the best match in WWE this week. And again, I like how, once again, we're not promoting this match as like, oh, it's women. Women's wrestling. Look at the women do good things. Look at the women do an awesome job just as much as the men. We're not patting ourselves on the back. Look at how great of a company we are. No. NXT is just giving these women a prominent spot and trusting them to deliver. And Shayna and Candice tore it up. Love what they did in this match. You see Shayna Baszler working on the arm of Candice, and Candice selling it like a freaking pro. Because she's awesome. And we also see Candice doing some really cool, innovative moves. She did like this sweet-ass top rope DDT. It was weird. She jumped off the top rope and then fell onto Shayna Baszler with a DDT. And I also loved that they replayed the counter to her swinging neckbreaker off the top rope like they did in the Mae Young Classic. They replayed that exact same spot where Shayna countered her top rope neckbreaker into a rear naked choke. And we see Candice grab the ropes because Candice learned from her last match with Shayna. Continuity. Oh my goodness. We're learning. I like that. Makes you want to see more matches with these two because it's not going to be the same match. It's a continuity. It's always building on top of each other. That's how you make people want to see more. So if we do Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing how they make it fresh. How they continue what they've been doing. How is it different from the last match? But even though Candice put up a good fight and she tried her hardest, she ends up tapping out to the Kirifuda clutch. After the match, though, Shayna ain't done. I ain't finished with you. Hooks in that Kirifuda clutch again and is now just torturing poor Candice. We have officials come out to stop her, and she doesn't let go until Kairi Sane comes out. Now, when Kairi Sane comes out, Shayna leaves the ring, and Kairi goes to attend to poor Candice LeRae.
Your fav to win Mae Young Classic.
Io Shirai for right now. And maybe Miko Satomura. But I'm going with Io Shirai. Now, getting back to this. I think... Oh, Lord.
Say my name if no one is around. You say baby I love you if you ain't running. Game.
Nice. Beyonce. Or Destiny's Child, really. For the win. Respect you for that one, man. Getting back to this, though. Kairi Sane comes out. She goes to attend to Candice LeRae. And that's when Shayna kicks Kairi. And Kairi loses her shit. She goes to tackle Shayna, and Shayna runs. This match is going to be awesome. This is going to be an awesome match. This is going to be one of those hard-hitting, technical wrestling, dare I say, classics? The last wrestling classic we had for the women was Bayley and Sasha. Can Kairi and Shayna top it or be just as good? Maybe. I think they could. Alright. Finally. Well, actually, before we get to the closing segment, we got a couple of announcements. William Regal did announce that Velveteen Dream and EC3 will have a match, but he also announced that Adam Cole will defend the North American Championship against Ricochet. And next week, for the first time ever, we'll have the debut of Keith Lee. Keith Lee is debuting next week, and I'm excited because we will all bask in his glory. Because this man is awesome. I'm really excited about Keith Lee. If you don't know who Keith Lee is, wait. And if you can't wait, search him on YouTube. Seriously, check out his PWG stuff. That's the best stuff. But yeah, I'm excited about Keith Lee. But man, okay, let's get to this. This was awesome. The closing segment was Tommaso Ciampa's NXT Championship coronation promo. He enters to, of course, a chorus of boos and starts speaking to the title as if it's his girlfriend or his wife. He brags about looking so good with the championship and calls NXT his show now. Welcome to Tommaso Ciampa's NXT. He then gets in the faces of the audience members, especially some grandmother or a senior citizen, and tells all of them, and I love this guy, he is the king at the table now. And then he talks about how NXT is now the A show because he is clearly the greatest sports entertainer of all time. He gets all kinds of chants. He gets "you're an asshole" chant. He gets "shut the hell up" chants. There's some fans who are cheering for him. You know, people are saying he's the king or he's the champ or something like that. He split the crowd. It's incredible. But that's when Aleister Black comes out, but he is intercepted by Johnny Gargano. Not like Johnny attacked Aleister Black, but he is intercepted by Johnny, who gets in the ring and attacks Tommaso Ciampa. Of course, Ciampa got the hell out of there. And Gargano reminds Ciampa, the only reason you're champion is because of me. It's because of me. It's because of me. And Gargano turns around into a black mass from Aleister Black. And rightfully so, even though I love Johnny, but he got a "you deserve it" chant. Yeah. You kind of did deserve that, Johnny. This is your fault. This is your fault. You screwed over Tommaso Ciampa, and you're the reason why this guy is champion. So, you get kicked in the face, you deserve that. Sorry, buddy, you did deserve that. But the show ends with Black basically sitting over, well, not sitting over, but standing over the lifeless body of Gargano. I gotta say, this triple threat match is gonna be sick. We're doing Gargano, Black, and Tommaso Ciampa. That's gonna be a hell of a main event. I can't wait for it. I'm excited about it. This is gonna be a hell. This show is gonna be great. Look at the card we got. We got freaking Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. We're gonna have EC3 versus Velveteen Dream and perhaps a Say My Name, I Quit match. We're going to have the Undisputed Era taking on Mustache Mountain once again. The 5-star classic that we got a couple of weeks ago. We're getting a rematch of. Awesome. We're going to have North American Champion Adam Cole taking on Ricochet. And then triple threat for the main event. Oh my goodness. How the hell is SummerSlam going to top this? It's not. It's not. They're going to try, but they will fail miserably. But regardless, I really loved NXT tonight. Really good show overall. This show is firing on all cylinders, and I can't praise it enough. Give me your thoughts about NXT down below. What are your favorite parts of the show? Let me go to the live chat, see what you guys are talking about. Ultra Shadow says the crowd turned on Gargano. Yeah, they did, but when you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Because the reason why we have this douchebag as a champion is because of Gargano. It's his fault. It's your fault, Johnny. You did this. It's your fault. It's your fault. Even though you feel sorry for him, it's still his fault. It's still his fault. But it's such an awesome story. Such an awesome story. Really does. It really is. Let's see, Mike Blue T. Kairi Sane is adorable. She's very cute. She's even more adorable when she's angry. Just saying. Check my Twitter. What's on my Twitter? Why are you asking me to check my Twitter? Twitter. Twitter. Check my Twitter. I will do that. Swag fan. This is gonna kill SummerSlam. Oh, you know it. You know it. Okay, so Godzilla Hulk tagged me into something on Twitter, so let me pull this thing up real quick. The Fox, so many great talent. SummerSlam doesn't stand a chance of topping it. You damn right it doesn't stand a chance. Let's see here. Aaron Sherwood, do you guys think Deshaun Watson can beat Tom Brady? You damn right he can. Texas about to whoop that ass this season in football. That's just my thoughts anyways. Okay, so I'm on Twitter. What did you tag me in? Okay. Read this. I hope this is false. Okay. What'd you send me? Breaking news that can't wait. See below. Please retweet and share for visibility. Hashtag stop Roman payouts at all costs. Alright. So this is what I'm being shared with by Mr. Godzilla Hulk. Multiple sources high up in WWE have confided in me some very serious and damning information. It would appear Kevin Dunn is leading a small task force in the WWE at the personal order of Vince McMahon to pay fans to support Roman Reigns both at television tapings and on social media. Focus groups are showing an alarming few number of WWE fans like Reigns, so WWE is paying large sums of money to make sure that isn't the case. The amounts have not been confirmed, but I've been told anywhere from $100 to $200 per fan at live events to throw away their anti-Roman Reigns signs and replace them with pro-Roman Reigns signs, depending on seating. On social media, fans are being paid anywhere from $10 per tweet, $20 per IG post, and $3 per Facebook comment to support Reigns. These numbers are vary depending on the influence of reach. It has been noted that Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon are both petrified at the animosity, disdain, and growing indifference towards Reigns and are doing everything they can to shift the narrative in their favor. This task force has been in place since January 2017, but is only coming to light now as WWE employees are fed up and think this needs to be exposed at all costs. It is estimated that this task force has spent $5.8 million so far on fan payouts, with no real ceiling to the budget. Fans are signing very powerful NDAs that would result in exclusive fines if violated, which means the story will be denied up and down now that it has been broken. However, if enough fans make a big deal, make a big enough stink about it, this could have massive implications. So let WWE hear your voice with the hashtag. That's scary. It's kinda, So, what do you guys think about that? Honestly, there's a side of me that wants to believe it, because that sounds like something they would do. Pay off fans to like Roman Reigns. Wow. And see, usually I would go, hell no, that's ridiculous. But believe it or not, I kind of do believe it. I do believe that there are fans out there being paid off to like Roman. And that's sad. It's kind of sad that we're at that point, that we have to pay off fans to like the guy. We literally have to pay off wrestlers and people in the company to like Roman Reigns or get fired. Wow. So, if this story blows up, I'll do a video on it. But for right now, it's just rumors. I'll retweet it. Matter of fact, I'll retweet it right now. And after I retweet it, you guys can share it for yourselves. Might put that on Facebook while I'm at it. That's interesting. Matter of fact, I'll do that now. Alright, while I'm doing that, give me your thoughts about NXT. What you guys got to say? The official AC. This is why I don't watch the main roster. Interesting. Let's see. Is this Impact? Oh no. Whoa, Mark Levin. Impact is actually doing good stuff. They don't do this stuff. TNA did this stuff. Not Impact though. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. I don't think they will have a Japanese wrestler win the Main Classic second year in a row.
Do a Kevin Dunn parody on it.
Y'all want to see my Kevin Dunn parody on it? I don't know if I feel like. Opening. I feel like that these fans are gullible enough to take the money, our money, this money, to cheer 'em, and like 'em, 'cause you know we I can't stand it when these fans want to come up here and boo Roman Reigns. So we're gonna pay him off. Well, Kevin, I think that is a good plan. We're gonna make these fans. We're gonna take these fans. And we're gonna crush them in our millions. And we're gonna make them like Roman. And if you don't like Roman, if you dare violate our contract, well, you're fired. That was bad. I don't even know why I decided to do that. He asked for it. So, y'all wanted it, you got it. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't even know why y'all like that. I don't even like going back and watching myself do it, but I do it for y'all. So I hope you guys like that. Let's see here. Julius Gatsaman. I give your Kevin Dunn impression 1,000 out of 10. I'm happy you liked it. Let's see here. McLean Roche. Whoever gets called up from NXT to go to Raw, they will all be buried by Roman Reigns. Yikes. Unfortunately, you might actually be right on that, my friend. That was great. Thanks. I'm happy you enjoyed it. Okay, so nothing else to talk about here. I'm glad you guys watched my review on NXT and Lucha Underground. Give me your thoughts about it down below in the comments. And if you want more from your boy Alyx, man, do yourself a favor. Like the video, subscribe, and share. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links to them are both down below in the description box, as well as a link to my PayPal and Patreon if you'd like to donate. But thank you guys for watching. We are weeks away from NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and I can't wait! But this is your boy Alyx signing off right here. And your boy Alyx World. Tune into my SummerSlam reviews. I got one coming soon for 2001, and as soon as that's up, we got 2002, which is my favorite SummerSlam of all time. But until then, I'm out. Love you. Peace. I'm gone.